People, how many of you have ever been pulled over and accused of speeding, which you probably were, and driving under the influence? Well, I can tell you for a fact that I have been pulled over for speeding and accused of driving under the influence. And the chicken shit cop, actually California Highway Patrol, decided that he was going to show out in front of his female highway patrol officer and bag one. Now, was I speeding? Yeah, I was. You know, no sense in trying to bullshit that one. But was I driving under the influence? No, I was not. So this guy has me do the field sobriety test. Did them the first time. Then he asked me to do them again. Now, anybody who's ever been hit with one of those I got yous, obviously DUIs, knows that as soon as you fail at least one of the tests, if not two, and they normally give you three, they tell you to turn around, put your hands behind your back, cuff you, and take you to jail. I did the first three, but I didn't think it was a problem. He turns around and asked me to do them again. I merely asked him, why are you asking me to do the test again? Well, that was enough for him. Tells me to turn around, hands behind my back, handcuffed, and off to jail I go. Get to the precinct. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, this guy was trying to get me there faster than a speeding bullet. The guy was trying to do 100 miles an hour on the freeway, and knowing that once they take you into custody, there's a recorder on inside all California Highway Patrol police cars. So I noticed the speed he was doing. I said, look, you're scaring me. He said, why is that? I said, because you're doing 100 miles an hour trying to take me to jail. Whoa, all of a sudden, he slowed way the hell down and did the speed limit taking me to jail. Okay, we get inside, and of course, they want you to do blood, breath, or urine. I asked the guy, what's the thing that's going to get me out of here the fastest? He said, breath. I said, I'll do the breath. I blow, and I blow under the limit. At that point, now he's pissed off. So he says, well, you may be under the limit now, but I don't believe that you were under the limit when I pulled you over. So obviously he throws me in there. Now I got to bail out, which, you know, I cash bailed out, so it didn't cost me any money for a bail bondsman. And I didn't want to wait around, because if I had decided to wait around, they would have let me out the next morning, R&R. So I made my one phone call, had somebody bring me over the cash. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, he throws like a $2,000 bail on me, figuring that I was going to be in there the rest of the night. I said, I'll be out of here as soon as it takes for a guy to get down here with the cash and to get me out of there. So I was out of there in about, I think it was 3 hours I was out of there. I go to court, okay, and now I'm figuring I'm going to plead not guilty, the whole, you know, bullshit 9 yards. But before all that went down, I asked the DA, I said, are you planning on pursuing this? The DA said, no, we're just going to cite you for the speeding. We're dropping the DUI. I said, you're dropping the DUI? Can you tell me what did I blow when I blew on that breath analyzer, and he said, you blew way under the limit, so I don't even know why he didn't let you go after he took you into the station. Okay. And so I paid the $270 for the speeding ticket. Oh, and the rest of it was when I went to get my cash, the lady that was supposed to give me my cash asked me if I wanted it all sent back to the, no, she didn't ask me. She says, we're going to send this back to your bail bondsman. I looked at her, I said, what bail bondsman? I said, that's all my cash. She looked, sure enough, it obviously was all my cash. Oh, okay, we'll send you the money back, we'll send you a check. I said, well, how long is it gonna take? 6 weeks they hold on to your money, okay? That's California. And sometimes you're better off just going to the bail bondsman, giving him 100% cash, asking him if he'll reduce his fee so you can get your cash immediately. Now, I don't know if the bail bondsman get it back any faster, but anyway. I say all that to bring up this story. The gentleman that you see on the left was accused of DUI. The lady on the right is the DA, chicken shit DA. This DA is prosecuting this man for driving under the influence, even though he only tested positive for caffeine, okay? He might have had one coffee too many. Despite this guy testing positive for only caffeine, this Solano County District Attorney, her name is Krishna Abrams, admits it's going to be a very difficult challenge to convict this guy, especially considering she has no evidence. But since when did that ever stop a prosecutor from trying to get a conviction on what is obviously an unlawful arrest? Anyway, this guy's name is Joseph Swab. He's 36, and now he's got to go spend money on an attorney to keep himself out of jail, okay, because of a charge of driving under the influence of, wait for it, caffeine. This chicken shit DA insists she's not prosecuting him for driving under the influence of caffeine. She believes he was under the influence of another drug that was not detected by, wait for it, not one laboratory, but 2 laboratories. She is basing her claim to fame on the arresting officer, okay? An alcohol beverage control agent by the name of Michelle Ott. She is supposedly a qualified expert on drug recognition evaluation. Does that sound familiar? That's the same type of expert officer that killed that man, I believe it was in Missouri, when she looked at him and just instantly knew that he was under the influence of drugs, and then she turned around and shot him. So here you have another one of these chicken shit officers has to make an arrest this guy for nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. According to the DA and public records, this particular officer or agent, I don't know if she's even actually a police officer, has received awards from Mothers Against Drug Driving, so that supposedly makes her even more of an expert. Mr. Swab's arrest took place on August 5th, 2015, when alcohol beverage control agent Michelle Ott pulled over Swab after noting he was weaving in and out of traffic, almost causing several collisions. Using her expertise, Ott noted Swab appeared highly agitated and amped up, and his pupils were dilated. All of those things are symptoms of caffeine. But of course, I'm not an expert, so what do I know? And what do the laboratory tests know? They only know that there was no drugs other than caffeine in this guy's system. Well, this guy's trial is scheduled for January 11th, 2017, where he's going to face charges of reckless driving and driving under the influence. Now, I don't know about the reckless driving. They're probably going to hit him on that one because it's going to be his word against hers. But he should have him dead to rights on that driving under the influence charge, since the only thing in his system is caffeine. And the last time I checked, you are allowed to drink caffeinated beverages.